Good morning. It is Saturday, September something, 7th, 8th, September 7th. It is 76 degrees. It is 7:54 a.m. And it feels very nice today. Hope y'all are doing all right. Today I remembered to turn on my lights. Remembered everything. Morning. All right. Getting out a little bit earlier than yesterday. I'm gonna take the sidewalk here, I think. Don't know what kind of Saturday traffic we got today. Let's see, we're turning right or left. There we go. Oh, I see a bunch of bikers out there on Highway 50. Whew, there's a whole bunch of them. My goodness. I don't know if y'all can see them, but there's probably easily 50. Ooh, there's more. Oh, they got bibs on. They're in a race. Good luck, everybody. I guess that's what I get for not paying attention to the local race schedules. There's a few more coming.
The video.
Wonder where they started and where they're going. Going. Should be a chaser car at the tail end in case anybody breaks down or needs medical assistance. I believe that's how they usually do it. I don't know though. For all the running and cycling, I guess I do. Now, I've been riding for about a year and a half. I've only ever been in one 5K race. Run. Morning. 2, I'm sorry, 2. One was a mud run, and one was they used to call it the Florida's fastest 5K. That's down here in Central Florida. And they didn't do it this year. or they did, and they called it something different. It was at a local state park, and a majority of the run was downhill. It's not like a steep hill, but there was a elevation drop. And these guys are probably all part of a triathlon, because usually we don't see. Well, I guess there are a couple of bike races, but we don't always see a lot of cyclists just riding for a race down here. Morning. But my hat goes off to anyone who's taking Highway 50 to go anywhere east right now, because you're gonna be stuck behind a bunch of cyclists. All right, let's clear to the back, clear to the front. All right. Yeah, I'd be the guy. Oh, here's a chaser. Yeah, maybe I got a couple chasers. He's got extra bike on his. I don't know. But my best friend, who has done almost as much training and running as I have, we trained together. He's got a wall full of medals. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Everyone usually looks at me like I'm the weird one, because I do all this running and training. I did a half marathon training with him with no intention to run a half marathon. I just, he's my training partner, and if I can help him by running a half marathon training, and we did. And so we did. Through the Florida heat. I remember waking up in July at 4:30 in the morning, prepared to go out and do a 10, 11 mile run, the long run of the week, getting there half hour before daylight, so we could get half of it, or a third of it, or however much of it done before the sun got too bad. But the appeal of the 5K race just never, it's cool, you get a shirt, you get a medal, whatever. Different things motivate different people. That never motivated me. Not that it did my buddy or anybody. I think it's one of those things where you take the mystique and the mystere away from it, because what once used to seem impossible is not only possible but easy to accomplish. Then it's just a matter of doing it. I mean, think about it. Why not, right? We're running 10, 11, 12 miles at a time. We're running 3, 4, 5Ks all at the same time. We're running 2 10Ks. Hey, why not go pay $25 to get a t-shirt and a medal? I mean, man, nothing wrong with it. I will say that the t-shirt I got for the Florida's fastest 5K, actually it's a tank top, not a t-shirt, but little uni-wheel, the guy wearing his gear, pass him all the time. I wear that tank top all the time. It's super thin, it's nice. Maybe I should do more so I can get more tank tops, huh? But anyway. Best part to me is going downhill fast. Uh-oh, Batman squeeze, Batman squeeze. Hey, road's open, I'm gonna take it. Buddy bear. So, we went to IKEA yesterday. My wife and I got out. Sarah had a little date afternoon. And went to the mall after my morning ride. I was pretty hungry. She was hungry. And we decided to do the food court. There's many more options than just driving around going, does that sound good? Does that sound good? So we went to the food court at the swanky mall and went to Johnny Rockets. I got me a double bacon, double cheeseburger, no bread. It did have 2 onion rings on it, which were quite tasty. And then I got a side of chili cheese fries. And let me tell you, those are so good. That chili was perfect. Like it had been cooking for a couple days, just tender meat, nice, salty. The sharp cheddar they put on there was stretching out so stringy. The fries were fried up nice and crisp, which is perfect for chili cheese fries, because if they're not, they turn into one big mushy pile of potatoes with chili and cheese on them. But if they're fried nice and crispy, they have the perfect texture for chili cheese fries. I didn't eat all of them. I could have, but I ceased being hungry. Then Sarah and I decided to split a banana milkshake, kid size, so it was kind of small, but kid size banana shake made with real bananas. It was very good too. I didn't have a whole lot, but boy, my stomach started going, kicking like Bruce Lee. Wee-yaw, wee-yaw. I was like, man, it feels so hot. So the rest of the afternoon, I focused on drinking my gallon of water at least, and had some bland snacks. Good morning. Had a chomp stick beef. I don't like the jalapeno ones. I like the red ones. The jalapeno ones taste not like I would expect. They're not bad. I just will have a regular one and a couple pieces of cheese than the jalapeno. Had me some chips and crack sauce. That's what we call it. It's a creamy jalapeno ranch I make. If you've ever been to Chewy's Mexican restaurant, they bring you a little bit with the salsa to dunk your chips in. It's basically a creamy jalapeno ranch sauce. That is a staple that we always have on hand. I eat I don't want to say low carb, because there's a stigma that goes with that. But I do. I eat low carb, but I eat like keto bread with all the fiber, the Carb Smart tortillas, the Atkins bars. I'll indulge in some of those from time to time. We make creamies. I eat plenty of protein and fat. I focus on protein. I flavor it with fat. And on occasion, I'll get some carbs, like the French fries and chili for breakfast, because morning, I'm sure there was sugar in the chili. Most people put sugar in chili. Morning. I know when I used to cook for Waffle House, it was I don't know, half pound of sausage, half pound of beef. And then we had a mix of seasonings to make Burt's chili, which is, if you live in the Southeast and you like chili and you never had Burt's chili, you're missing out. It's super good. But I'll just talk of food. The point being, I ate all this stuff yesterday and my stomach feels empty, to the point that it started growling because I didn't eat a whole lot. I snacked in the evening. Some tortilla chips, another little low carb protein bar, water, Mr. Pibb Zero. I do drink zero sodas. It's my sister's fault. She's drinking Coke Zero for years, and when I drink, man, I can drink. I probably drink more than I eat. I've always been that way, and I can put away some sodas. So, in an effort to help me start drinking more water and to reduce carbs and sugar intake, I started drinking zero sugar sodas, which are, if you're drinking them without food, they're gross, in Bob's honest opinion. Hey. So I don't just crack one and sip on it. I usually just sip on water. But if you can find Mr. Pibb Zero, it is probably the best, in Bob's opinion, zero sugar soda out there. And that is coming from a guy who would drink Dr. Pepper and sweet tea every day, and chocolate milk. Yoo-hoos. Woohoo! That's a chocolate milk drink. It's not even chocolate milk. Or it's not a chocolate milk drink, it's a chocolate drink. I don't even know what they market it as. However, that stuff is good. Follow a couple influencers who tend to stay in the gray area of the spectrum between eat what you want and you need to eat this carnivore, grass-fed, whole, whatever. If a cow don't eat it, you don't eat it type of diet. They sit in the middle. They suggest reducing your carbs, but also your fat. Focus on protein. And then I saw a video last night or sometime this weekend. He took that like carb smart kind of reduced carb chocolate milk and put like 1 or 2 tablespoons of sugar-free chocolate pudding in it and put it in the creamy. Just those 2 ingredients, like froze it and creamified it, and a Ninja creamy. And he said that's the best chocolate ice cream substitute he's tasted. So looks like I gotta put some of that on the agenda because generally the creamies that we make they have some yogurt, like full fat yogurt or something. They got some milk, some protein powder. We put cottage cheese, and it's a whole process, right? But sometimes you want something just quick, you can just boop, boop. Pour some milk in a container, a couple tablespoons of this pudding mix, and stir it up good. Put a lid on it, and bada boom, bada bing. Bob's your uncle. You got chocolate ice cream in the morning. Speaking of creamies, probably my favorite thing to do after a ride like this, and I rarely get to do it because I never have any made, but because I still haven't had my wife show me how to make them, which is interesting because generally I cook everything, or I figured everything out, show her, then she cooks it. I don't cook everything. Take that back. She cooks. If we have dinner, she's 90% of the time the one cooking it. But I have lackadaisically not looked into what it takes to make the creamy so I could keep some made. So I don't have one, but my point was, after a ride like this, or a run, or 45 minutes, or an hour, hour and a half of, slugging it out, just you and the elements, man, blending up one of those creamies and throwing in some something crunchy with it, and there's all kind of zero sugar, no sugar cookies, or something that doesn't quite taste that good, but is not like a perfect replica, because you're not going to have that without sugar, but it's close, right? It's tolerable enough that you actually kind of enjoy it. Throw some of them in there, blend it up. Oh man. Tasty, tasty. It's a perfect recovery drink because you can throw your electrolytes in there with your protein, and that's what your body's craving after a long session, exercise session. You know, need some protein for some muscle synthesis and electrolytes to put back all the stuff we just sweat out. Speaking of, hydration is key. It's important. I try to get a gallon of water in a day, but I did want to say that I noted yesterday before my ride, I was 220, almost 221. It's like 220.8. After my ride, I was 217.2, so right at 217. So you're talking almost 4 pounds of water weight that I sweat out. And I'll say sweat because that's all I did, sweat and pee. None of the other stuff. At least between weighing. You need a good healthy BM every morning, in my opinion. All right. Coming up next on the trail is downtown Oakland. We just hit 6 miles. We got 3 miles to go to Winter Garden. I'm gonna put on an audiobook, settle into my pace, and try not to run over anybody and try not to get hit. Hope y'all enjoy the struggle, because that's where gains are made. Oh, poor baby. 7 miles. Sorry, tried to beat that truck. Had to hit the brakes real quick back there. So, about that, one thing I've noticed is
Yeah, exactly, but I don't think
people really don't care. You know, they don't care enough to look ahead at what's coming, to get out of people's way, to move to the side, to be considerate. And I'm not saying they all do it intentionally. I've had people do that. Almost knocked me off my bike. I've had times where I've just stopped on the bike and people literally brushed up against me. But then I honestly think that's the rare case. I truly think people are just so engrossed in their conversations or their music or their pace or whatever that they see me, but they don't see me. You know, it's like, I hear you, but I'm not listening to you. They see me, but they just don't see me. So I don't blame them. I'm out here for fun, relaxation, strengthen my body, my heart, help a little bit of weight control. Like I said earlier, I've been floating around 220 for about 4 or 5 months now.
what do I do with that?
Last year in February, speaking of, I'll talk through that in a minute. I was 258, almost 260. And, before COVID, I was in the gym 5 days a week, an hour a day, running on the weekends. I was not jacked, but I say I was bigger and stronger than I have ever been. And the gym I worked out was where I worked. And COVID hit. And then they closed the gym because, well, they don't want everybody in there sweating and breathing hard and spitting all over everything and handling it after each other. So I stopped working out for like 2 or 3 years. I worked out at the house a little bit, but you get into that routine with your workout partner at the gym and you just, it's like your lifeblood. You feel good, you feel strong, you're egging each other on, throwing down on each other. You got the names you call all the other gym folks, the look at me's, the half reps, the All of those people. Whew. A little water here in this. And I mean, like a light switch, that stuff's turned off. You don't change your eating habits. You don't change. Like that right there. Instead of just falling back a little bit, she wanted to stay in the middle of the trail. But it's okay. She's out there with a dude, maybe having a little date. But anyway, you don't change your eating habits, and all of a sudden, 3 years and 25 pounds later. And let's be fair too, I was 230, around 230, fully stacked. I was taking protein, and pre-workout was it, but I was hitting 150 grams of protein a day, easy. BCAAs, pre-workout, getting it done. Then I ballooned, and so last year felt gross, tired, just nasty. Didn't like the look of myself in the mirror, and started eating keto. And by October, I was 205. Felt great. Dropped a few pant sizes, dropped a few shirt sizes, and it was awesome. And I didn't ride my bike during the winter months. I never do. Put a little bit more back on, and now I'm taking it back off. Hey, all right. Welcome to downtown Winter Garden. Currently 220 pounds, stronger than I was last year. I'm doing some Beachbody workouts. If that's your thing, do it. If not, I don't care. Just do whatever you do. Be consistent with it. I've learned over the years that consistency matters more than the weight you use or the program you follow as far as working out. Be consistent. Find something you can do on a daily basis throughout the week, and you're good to go. Good morning. All right. This is the end of part 1. I'm going to whip it. Well, if I get my... There we go. And we're just rolling over 9 miles. I got some shade here today. Yeah. All right. I'll see you in part 2. All right. Welcome to part 2. The hustle and the bustle of the farmers market is going on. I try to stay on the bike path during Saturday mornings. Sometimes I go to the sides, but for recording purposes, I think the bike path is just beautiful. Some of my first videos, you can see it in the morning when it's lit up. I need to drive here one morning just so it can be, I'm not riding the bike. The image stabilization is not good in low light because the aperture is wide open, trying to compensate for the low light. Thank you. And so everything is grainy, it's shaky because the camera's like, what's going on, man? But it's beautiful, 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 beautiful. All right, got another 9 miles left. I might tag in a couple extra at the end. Actually, you know what? I will. And we'll see how I feel. What do you think? A couple extra miles at the end? What I'll do is I'll clip it. That way, or I'll put chapters on it. That way, if you are using this for some type of timed support, aerobic support, walking, riding, or whatever, you can just skip past the parts you don't want to see, which is okay too. Actually, you know what, if you're thinking of moving down here, if you come to these videos because you want to see what this specific section of the trail looks like in 30 consecutive days, then it's a beautiful area. Highest point in Central Florida. Land of 1,000 lakes. You can see the fireworks going off at Disney 15 miles away from right around the corner in town for sure. There's several places you can park and just watch them. You can enjoy nice breezy evenings. Sometimes it's hot breeze, but for the most part, the humidity kind of dies off. And it's actually quite pleasant. But it's getting expensive. Even 2 years ago when we moved up here, it was expensive. We should have, we should have come down 2 years beforehand if I'd have been knowing. And the opportunity was there. Like every 6 months, the cost of living homes is going up like $50K. Now, our home's currently worth, I don't know, like $350 more than we owe on it. But I did put 20% down, so I didn't have to worry about PMI. And that's because the sale of our house that we moved, the value had gone up so high, I was able to get that 20% put down. The Lord worked it out. So we have some equity in this home, which is very nice. But it's a beautiful area, full of health conscious people. Plenty of gyms around here, training facilities. Golf, if you're into golf, there's plenty of golf. And you don't have to be healthy and fit to play golf. You just got to be able to crank a club around you. 10.5 miles. We got 7.5 to go, unless I get a wild hair and I show you my favorite part of these rides. Oh, young man didn't look. On your left, buddy. Let's race. He was like, stranger danger, don't talk to me. Don't look, he'll go away. That's how I would have been. every adult wanted to kidnap me and take me away from my family. That's the way I saw it. Don't open that door. Don't say hello. They're gonna offer you candy, throw you in a van, and then you're never gonna see anybody again. Still happens, by the way. I think a healthy sense of paranoia is good. Especially for kids. Let this bike pass me, if you can. Good morning. I could hear him barreling down on me. I just stepped my hand out and waved him past. He's got one of them expensive bikes that makes all that racket when you stop pedaling. That's nice. It's kind of like people get out of the way when they hear that. It's like, ah! All right. I'm gonna go ahead and let you dig into your... Sorry. Saw something out the corner of my eye. I was like, what in the world? I'll let you settle into your pace. Enjoy it. Take your mind off of things. Hopefully this helps. And I'll chit chat with you in a bit. to imagine all these people are headed down here to go to the parks. Going to Disney. Disney Springs, Universal Studios, SeaWorld. What are some others? I guess they can go farther south. They go to Legoland, Busch Gardens in Tampa. But they wouldn't be coming this way if they were going to Tampa. They'd keep going down 75. Maybe drive out to the Space Coast. Go to the NASA facility. Oh, thank you. Over here, speaking of people not paying attention. I was not paying attention to the traffic on the road. All right, what did we just hit? We just hit like mile 13. All right, see, I'm gonna be quiet in the sun. Oh, here's the rollerblader, heading uphill. Hey, got a little kid taking a ride on the back of a bike. That's cool. I'm gonna pass on your left. You're good. You're good just like you are. Thank you.
Thank you.
There's Costco. We just spent just under $300 there yesterday, restocking. For the next 2 weeks. Heads up. People looking at their phone. Oh, moving over in the middle of the path. Last thing I'm gonna do is splat. All right, I got some hills coming up. You ready for the huff and the puff? If I was at Hogwarts, I'd be a huff and puff. Huff and puff. Never mind. I'm on Hagrid's motorcycle. Watch out for those pixies. Oh, but Hagrid's doesn't slow down like this. All right, downhill. Note to self, my gloves, which I've had for over a year, they've held up pretty good, like $15 from Amazon. They had this, like, I don't know, it's almost like the soft side of Velcro. It's perfect for wiping, dabbing your eyes, your mouth, your nose, whatever. Mental note though, I need to wash these things. My left one smells like I've been holding it in my armpit for the last 20 rides. I just wiped my nose and I almost threw up. Okay, hold on. I need a... I gotta rinse my mouth out. That was so bad. Right hand ain't that bad though. Sorry guys. I don't feel hungry anymore. Maybe it's like smelling salts or something, I don't know. All right, here comes the Woodbridge. No passing zone. You. How about that? Oh, excuse me. I am a servant of the secret fire of honor. Flame of Odin, you shall not pass. Then it's all for it's like, no! And again, I was like, fry, you fools. And then I got a hill, so y'all are saved from the rest of it. I think I passed that dude at the same spot on the way there. I literally, hey, I'm gonna have to go back and look. That's funny. But he was coming up the hill and I was going down. All right, pedal, 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 pedal. And downshift, pedal, pedal, pedal. Oh, I'm at 6. Downshift, pedal, pedal. And a downshift, pedal, pedal. Huh. What gear are you guys in? I'm in 3 right now. 3. Oh, yeah, yeah. Chihuahua. All right, 16 miles to go. 16 miles to go. Ah, here comes a car. I'm gonna go behind him. Year and a half, first time that's happened. I've never seen someone come out of that intersection. I know this house is back there, but you know, timing, I guess, huh? I can't say never now. Man, these people got these electronic assist bikes. Climbing up this hill like, oh, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Think I have me a spot of Gatorade while I replenish my electrolytes. I think I sweat across my brow. Like Mr. Darcy dressing up with 5 layers of clothes in the middle of the summer, running over to profess his love. Oh, I forgot to do the woohoo! Oh, bump, bump, bump. Oh, I couldn't do the Mr. Olympia. Here we go. Woohoo! All right, speed. Go, 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 go. Ooh, there's a washout on the road right there. It's a beautiful morning. I think I'll downshift 5 or 6 gears and whine, because this is a big hill. Oh, no sense in I learned standing up. I said this a couple weeks ago. If I stand up and pedal like I used to when I was a kid, I lose so much more energy than if I just sit down and push with my thighs, like push against the seat. I mean, my heart rate still climbs like 170, but great googly moogly. Like I said, the sorting house said, I think you're a tad thick. And when you go ride your bike, you pant like a dog. This one goes to Huff and Puff. Look at this. Look at this good. Ooh, it's clear back here. I'm gonna whippity whip whip. And nay nay. Whip whip. And nay nay. I feel pretty good. So, look at this. That dude has got him some compound movements on a roadworthy contraption. The heck do you call that? I think it's called a, oh, what do they call it? Combat? I think they call it combat cycling, but it's not, I can't remember. No, combat cycle is where you had the same arm movements on a bike, on a stationary bike. That's like a elliptical, like a, I don't know. I have to Google it. Anyway, hey, I'm gonna take my extra 2-mile rip. I'm gonna take Highway 50 to Hancock, up the hill, over to Highland Ranch, up the hill. And then I'm gonna show you my favorite part of the ride. Good morning. It's the most wonderful part of the ride. Because I get to go downhill really fast, and if I fell, I'd be screwed. Really though, I think I get up to like 30 miles an hour going down that hill, which technically is twice as fast as this bike is designed to be pedaled, not necessarily rolled, I guess, maybe, I don't know. Always makes Sarah nervous, but you know, I think that's part of my job in life. If you're not making your wife nervous about something, whether it's your kids, your sports, your personal activities, or whatever, are you really living? Like, right? Good morning. It's the happiest season of all. There'll be missiles for towing? Is that how that goes? Hey, hey. Oh my goodness. Oh, she's gonna let me go. Thank you, lady. Thank you. Oh, I just slapped the mic. And I probably broke a spoke. No! Sorry, guys. I'll try to mute that out. I usually tap my chest, like on my heart. I pat it and give a nod, say thank you with all my whole heart. I appreciate it. Because my heart feels like it's going to explode if I got to get back up to speed again. It's like, one more again, you do that, one more again. I'm going to have to pull up and stop at this intersection. I may not. There's a bunch of cyclists there waiting. Oh yeah, I'm going to have to stop. These guys got the green light. So I will come over here and I will wait. Ooh. Boop, boop. Ah. So this is the extension. from this point to my house is 2 miles, but I have to make up a couple little loops, so I'm gonna drive around the neighborhood for a short second after I complete this. This little corner burst. But the best part about it is the fact that I can go downhill at the end. It's like a really nice hill to go. If you had to go down the hill, it's a nice hill to go down. And there we go. Oogie boogie. And you guys have never seen this part of the trail before. If I come at it from the other way, so like my video where I rode to Groveland by the lake in downtown Clermont, I climbed that big hill right out the gate. That's the hill I'm gonna come down. But y'all have not seen this part of the trail at all. So take y'all on a little 2 mile detour. I don't think y'all mind. As I come up and down these little hills, it's like I get up and it's warm, I go dip down and it's cool down by where it's all, the moisture still hanging out in the plants and the tall grass and the weeds. It's hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. All right, I just hit 18 at 1 hour, 17 minutes. So we're gonna take, oh, bump, sorry. We're gonna take a little detour. And it's worth it. I mean, it really is. I mean, what else, honestly, what else are you gonna do? You're gonna get off, you're gonna end your last walk of the week or your last jog or your last ride. And you're not gonna push a little harder. You're not gonna dig down, see what you're made of. You're not gonna show your body that your brain is in control. We can do so much more than our brains allow us to. Sometimes you gotta tell that brain to shut up. Sometimes you gotta tell your body to shut up. You gotta know your limits. And the thing is, that's one of the reasons that special forces, special operations, you know, it's such a huge washout rate. You have to train people to the point of break so they know how close they can get, how much farther past. You know that 100%, or what you used to call 100%, is really only 65, 70. You got more left in the tank. Your muscles aren't cramping. Your abs aren't cramping. Your gut is doing fine. You're sweating. You're sipping on some water. Not chugging, you're sipping. Your brain's fired up. Your lungs are filling up, pushing out, filling up, pushing out. A dog dookied on the trail and you avoided it. That's a win. I pushed up that hill. Now I got one more to go. All right, this is not my downhill. It is downhill, but not the one I'm looking for. But I gotta get up some speed. See, I wanted to sit here and coast and recover, but I need to get some speed up to regain some efficiency to get up this hill. A lot of people might have heard the word bonk, when runners bonk or athletes bonk. Good morning. Morning. That is the state in which you have expended what you have. Generally, because of improperly preparing for the energy. I'm gonna get over here in this cycling lane. Not because your muscles can't handle it. They could, but if you had been sipping on some electrolytes, maybe had a little snacks and peanuts or some, whatever your preferred, gel or whatever it is, snacking on all that during your ride prevents you from bonking. When you bonk, it's like, that's like what it, like, imagine Captain Caveman. Remember he had that club. Imagine him whacking you on the head. The cartoons, bonk somebody on the head, they go, ooh, ooh, ooh. Birds chirp, swirlies above their head. That's the state of bonking. You're like, you're almost out of it. Like I'm done. I can't go. That's what you want to avoid. So, in Bob's book of how to push yourself beyond your limits, bonking is a telltale sign of winning. Figuring out when you bonk, where you bonk, how you bonk, what you were doing, and then how to push past that. Morning. Once you push past that, you've unlocked a whole nother 25% that you got left. And then every time you train after that, it's a little bit more. And that old 100% goes down to 60 to 50 to 40. And then here I go down this hill. All right, I'm not gonna talk, but I'm doing 25. Whee! I love it. This car's right on my hip. I didn't know he was still there. I thought that was the other one past me. I was like, He was taking the safe road. I appreciate that. Thank you, buddy. Ma'am, whoever you are, didn't get a good enough look. I'm Henry the Eighth, I am Henry the Eighth, I am. I got married to the widow next door. She's been married 7 times before, and everyone was an Henry. Wouldn't have a Willie or a Sam. I'm a right though man, I'm Henry. Henry the Eighth I am. Got a half mile left. Emma, how much we got? 19. We got a quarter mile. I'm gonna come up this trail just a smiggity snap. Actually, you know what? I should have taken the sidewalk. Dagnabbit. I'm gonna get over here on this sidewalk. Hang on with me. Hang on for me. There we go. There's no bike lane in that. I want to go up and then down this hill. There we go. This is a fun little hill too. I've not shown you this. I'll get to it at some point. Hey, oh my goodness. I'm tired, hang on. Okay, right here. This little road. I am on the struggle bus. There we go. Thank you. Love it. I love it. 20 miles. And we've hit 20. Thank y'all. Hope you enjoyed the ride. And I will catch you next time. Bye bye.